Right, back again. I've had a cuppa and a shower. I'm going to make a couple more of them hammock frames because we've got another couple of hammocks, but it's down on the priorities list. Not much has changed around here. Steam coming out of the barbecue, so that tells you the barbecue's on. And what we're having tonight, vegans lock away! Up there, that's all you're going to see. Yeah, burgers, Saturday night. Chilled meal. Yeah, because there were 6 of us just now, we need 6 chairs here. This is the outside kitchen and dining area in development. There's been a lot of work gone into this. Started with John, bringing down barrel load after barrel load. I think it were about 35 barrel loads of soil from over there, that pile behind the Shogun. And then a couple of days or a few hours levelling it out, getting it as reasonably level, and then we got the pallets last weekend. Started levelling these out. It does have a very slight slope on it, because once it's all down, I'm wanting the water to run off it. I don't want it to pool and collect. And the same with this side. This side's going to slightly flow the other way a fraction, maybe an inch across. It's going to be 2 metres wide, 2 pallet widths, whereas that's 2.4 metres. It's 2 pallet lengths. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 metres long. And I've decided I need to build a 4th little unit, just a smaller one, to act as food's being prepared and cooked and what have you, somewhere where you can turn around and put it at so that it can be passed down or whatever. You'll see it when it's done. Excuse me. A pool on its way to being emptied. We did drop some water in here 3 days ago, I think it were, and it's all soaked into the mud. But I ain't going to walk in there and show you, John. On here, nothing much has changed. We've got the Shogun running again. Thank you so much, Heath, for getting that sorted for us. And Heath today has been sorting out the lights on the trailer because they were dodgy, which is why the Passat's here. Sorry, Passat's over there, Antara. And if you've got children you want to bring, yeah, we've got a high chair. And this is a scavenger hunt when we've been to the dump and stuff we've picked up. That is going to be a greenhouse up there with some other bits I'll show you in a minute. We've got the sink, that's the sink for the kitchen, but I'm going to have to adapt the frame for that to fit. Some bits of wood, a lot of steel, lots and lots of steel. I've got a lot of things to make, what can I say? And this week I'm going to try my best to get on with making as much of that as I can. It's going to be fabricating week. And the shed's still a bloody mess, an absolute mess. But I have tidied this area up, so I'm not going to be going quite as dangerous falling over stuff. Clean this out because we've got guests arriving this week who we're going to be staying in there. Shower and toilet still the same. This is just it's stuff we brought with us that we haven't quite needed yet. So rather than moving it backwards and forwards until we've got these sheds sorted out, I thought rather than putting them in the shed and then moving into there in case we have a problem with the shed, which we have, we've just tarped them and put them there. And this is, I'll just nip up here, and this is where the greenhouse is going to go, in this space. Across this, it's about 7 metres between the branches. We found this polycarb at the dump and we brought that back with us. Make a frame, or a couple of frames, and the idea is to have plastic on a greenhouse at this end on the north side, but for the rest of it we're going to put shade cloth on it, because plants here need more shade than they do. Plants grow better in the shade rather than that blazing sun when it gets up at 45 degrees. kills plants off left, right and centre. And this took a walloping with the wind and it deformed it, but I'll sort that out. The only other real thing that's changed is we've still got the seating area up there, and we've moved some chairs in here, and the fire pit underneath the hole that's still there that I haven't repaired yet. And we sat in here, we've had a couple of nights in here now, and just really, really, really nice. We can probably squeeze another couple of chairs in there. Eat more if we close the door, but we don't have a chimney, we don't have a flue. So the smoke is just finding its way up through that hole. But if we close the door, we'll end up being choked by it, I would imagine. And that's all, really. The big stuff really is the shed bases that me and John started last year or earlier in the year, and Andy's finished. Got them looking really nice again with this. Me and John started it, and Andy's done. I got the pallets and put the pallets down with him, but he's took the time and had a bit of patience to get them level, allowing me to get on with other things. This is the trouble when I need to teach a couple of other people how to weld, so that they can do that side of things. But then there's the technical side of it. The others, that to try and teach it all, you can't. But most of these skills are, apart from something like the welding, which I can show somebody how to weld, but it's measuring up and all that stuff and working out exactly what stuff needs to be. But it's all coming along nicely. I'm hoping by next weekend we should have got this all more or less done. Get the rest of the other benches made, painted up, put in position. One of them's going to have the sink in it, and the other's going to have the on top, some wood. It should be nice when it's done. With that in the middle, barbecue. Because of the size of the benches that we've made, we've got a fridge that I'm going to put in it, in this kitchen bit. I'm just hoping it runs on propane, because I don't want to have 2 bottles of gas under there. The gas from that orange bottle at the barbecue, that will sit in that far corner. Next to it, there might be enough room to slide a fridge into there, which would be the perfect place for it, but we'll get to that when we get to it. So yeah, we got this beautiful sunset. We'll probably start getting some colour in the next 10 minutes. This has been a bit longer than the other videos, but I hope it's been worthwhile if you've watched it through. Just a glimpse of the sun through the trees. Bye everyone.